Should you do an FTMO challenge, or rather use that capture to open and fund a personal account? Stay tuned. Hello traders, you're welcome to my YouTube channel, and I hope you have had a great day and a great week that has passed. And if not so, then I wish you a great week to come next. Thank you traders for supporting this YouTube channel and positively impacting and creating newly profitable traders. Just make sure that you stay to the end of this video so you can be able to know exactly what investment vehicle you should be using, or if not, then using both of them. Just subscribe. If you have not yet subscribed, just subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can be able to get these videos every time I post such educative videos. And don't forget to comment about the type of investment vehicle you're using. Either you're using FTMO funded or using a personal account, and which one is comfortable with you. So, and the other thing is, you can follow me on my Telegram chat group, where you can be able to easily see on a daily basis, real time, every trade that we post on a daily basis. So one of the reasons why some of the traders are confused and they're actually not knowing exactly what they are looking for and what suits them and their personality is that they don't do research and they don't find out exactly what suits them. So I came across a trader who actually asked me a question and said, what is the best thing to do? Is it to trade a personal account or an FTMO funded account? So I said, I will be very elaborate on this and collect enough data, enough information, so I can be able to come back and provide it as it is. So, as you know, in trading, there are different things, and the different sides of, there are two coins on every side when it comes to trading. And these two coins have advantages and disadvantages for both. So a personal account in this case still has advantages and it also has disadvantages. And the same happens for an FTMO challenge account or a funded account. So starting with a personal account, it has its advantages. And these are, you see, the areas that I'm looking at are areas like the time limits. You see, the time limits, okay? The time limits. FTMO offers about the challenge. The challenge, actually, it has a program where it gives you two challenge. It gives you two stages. It gives you first of all a challenge, and then it gives you a verification. So the challenge takes a maximum of 30 days. 30 days, calendar days, not trading days. Trading days are roughly about 22 days of trading. That is if I'm talking about the FTMO type. There are two of them. There is a FTMO, there is a FTMO itself, and then there is the FTMO what? There is a FTMO, and then there is the FTMO, and then there is a swing. Okay. So this FTMO offers you two. Okay. FTMO offers you two challenges. Okay. Two challenge types. It offers you the FTMO and the FTMO swing. Okay. So the FTMO, this FTMO has 30 calendar days, and the swing as well has 30 calendar days. So there's literally no difference between these two. But the time limits are a negative factor when it comes to prop firms. Prop firms have that limit that causes traders to lose their mind, to become emotional, to get pressure, trying to pass the challenge within the 30 days. And this is actually what I call a trap. A trap. Why? Because these funded challenge programs or prop firms will trick your mind into wanting to pass a challenge within 30 days. And boy, man, I am telling you one thing, that if if only you can know this one thing, it is that, well, when you are trading, or any trader that is successful knows and understands exactly that it is the market conditions that determine whether you will be successful or profitable within that period of time. How much, okay, I can say, I put it like that, they determine how profitable you are going to be within that time. It is not the challenge, it is not the trader himself. So you cannot dictate on how much you're going to make per month, on how much you're going to make per week. You get? So that is one disadvantage about prop firms. I'm not just saying FTMO, but all prop firms. So that is not in a personal account. A personal account is so open and clear. Anytime, it is there forever. Okay, so it will remove that pressure off your shoulders. And then the other thing is about what? Is about stoppages and repeats. Okay, now these repeats, when it comes to FTMO, there is a challenge there, because every time you fail, there is a setback. And this means sometimes, or most of the time, you will you can end the account positive. For instance, you might end the month or the 30 days positive by about let's say about 4%. Okay, if you end the month positive with 4%, okay, you will lose this money, because you cannot continue with it. If it was on a personal account, that 4% would be banked. Okay, you can't lose this 4%. The 4% will remain there, and it is your money. It is on the account, so you can't lose it. But on a prop firm, because you failed to reach the target, you are going to start afresh. Starting afresh means takes us to the next area of value, which is paying new fees. You see, in this case, you are paying new fees. You restarted afresh. You have paid new fees. Okay, so you are actually giving away more, and these are not there with a personal account. Okay, and then the other thing is about the restrictions, okay, that prop firms have. Prop firms give serious restrictions, including news restrictions. So, and this creates a big impact to a trader's psychology and the rest, because sometimes you're in a position and you are freaked out. You don't want to lose a position. Okay, you don't want to lose the position. You don't want to close the position. You're in the middle of a position. Perhaps you are even at break even. And by the way, I want to make this so clear that even when you are stopped out, not taking a trade, so any execution during the time that is restricted as news, okay, is a restriction. Any execution of a trade during the restricted time, any execution, it can be any type of order, it can be any kind of market order, sorry. So every market order that is executed at that time. So if you're in the market and it comes and stops you out, you are violated. If you take profit, you are violated. If you get out of the trade and you close the trade manually, still it's another violation. So, but that again, FTMO came with another, at least by the way, I want to thank FTMO for doing that. They came up with a new program, and then the one that is called now the swing. Okay, they came up with a swing type of account which caters for that. There is no news restriction. That's why you can see yes or no. Okay, so there are restrictions for this type, which is called the FTMO type of account, and then there are no restrictions for a swing. So, but there is completely no restriction for personal accounts. So then the other thing is about strategy restrictions. Here, I'm not meaning the style of trading. I'm only meaning the holding time, how long you are holding these positions. You see, again, on the FTMO type, okay, on this FTMO type account, there is a problem. There is a challenge, and this challenge is that if you're trading the FTMO challenge type, not the swing, if you're trading the FTMO type, you are restricted. You cannot take trades through the weekend. You cannot hold trades throughout the weekend, which is a big disadvantage, okay? Which actually now is going to force you as a trader to draw down and make sure you're taking these trades and becoming a day trader. If you're not a day trader, I am personally a day trader. But for traders who are not day traders and they want good leverage, and by the way, another thing is that, of course, FTMO gives a great leverage, which is so good, up to about 100 for FTMO type, then 30, 1 to 30 for the swing type. So, excuse me. So, but there is no restriction on how long we should hold a position or a trade, whether on any, because there is no type, personal account type. So you can hold it forever. You can hold a position forever. That is if you're a swing trader and you want to maximize your leverage using a personal account. So it is not there, okay? So the other thing is about profit sharing. Profit sharing, FTMO comes with a starting profit sharing of 80 to 20, in 80 in favor of the client or the trader, which is great, which is good. But then still you are giving away 20% to back to the prop firm. Of course, they have to make some money, so you're giving back 20% to the prop firm, and that is not there with a personal account. On a personal account, any money you make, of course, man, it's all yours. But of course, it also has some caps. So FTMO gives a trader 80% for the beginning. So, but of course, this increases with time up to around 90%. So, and then the other thing is this 7, which is the daily and the maximum drawdown. Now, this is where it starts to turn around. The daily drawdown and the maximum drawdown are huge factors in risk management that you need to look at as a trader to be successful. So you need to understand exactly what kind of risk are you comfortable with while using. FTMO gives a restriction of 5% maximum on a daily drawdown scale, and it gives you a maximum drawdown of 10%. Now, you cannot lose or go below 5% of your account size with FTMO in a day, and you cannot go below 10% of your total account size at any one time. Therefore, you are restricted to trading like that. Sorry for that. You are restricted to trading like that. All right? So, you need to know and to understand that, are you comfortable with this risk, or you are comfortable with trading with more risk? And again, I don't want to say more risk is bad, okay? Again, when it comes to a personal account, still personally, I don't encourage traders risking more than 5% at any one time on a personal account, okay? In total, all positions open, not more than 5%, okay? I don't care whether it is on how many positions or how many trades, not more than 5%. So that is what I completely don't really want a trader to be doing. So, but in the long run, if you are trading like this, if you are trading on a personal account and you are trading with maybe let's say 3% per trade. That's a huge amount of risk. That's a huge, and of course, as we all know that the more you risk, the more you earn. So that is the advantage with that. Then the other thing is the profitability length, like the longevity of profitability. Okay, so my personal account is very profitable in the long run. Why? Because it gives you a scaling kind of compounding of your account, even on a weekly basis. Why do I say that? It's because I am saying on weekly, it gives you more than FTMO, which wants to scale, or which scales your account after about almost 4 months. And again, 4 months of course, profitability. So a personal account gives you the luxury that even when you have profited within 1 week, you can compound that amount, grow your account, grow your risk, and the next week come up and shoot higher your risk percentage, the risk per trade. Okay, so then the other thing is about a big factor that I cannot leave behind, and that is the emotional pressure. FTMO or any funding prop firm gives a lot of risk trading it, and this is a big disadvantage when it comes to trading. A trader has to trade at peace, with a peace of mind, very comfortable, and knowing that there is always another day to come back and trade. So, but if you're given a lot of restrictions, like these prop firms do, they give you a lot of restrictions, and literally you are restricted, and it becomes so hard even to pass the challenge. Okay, so that is the biggest, and one of the biggest, those are the biggest advantages that our personal accounts have over FTMO and the other prop firms. So when it comes to FTMO itself, FTMO has its advantages. For example, the profitability. FTMO is extremely, not just FTMO, but prop firms, they are very extremely, like my forex funds and the rest. They are very profitable in the short term. Why? Especially if you pass, and I added this, if you pass it early. Because again, if it takes you 10 months or 12 months or a year or 2 years to pass one challenge or to get funded, then the person who is trading on a personal account is much higher than you. By the time you start profiting, this person has compounded and has a way bigger account than you would ever think. So, but in the short term, if a prop firm is passed early, let's say about, like for me, I normally like to give myself an average of around about 3 months to pass a challenge. Why do I say that? Because I don't want to put myself under a lot of pressure, immense pressure. Okay, so if I say I have to impact myself on a 30-day rule, I mean, the market never said it will give me that in February. It never said it will give me that. So I have to wait and trade as well as I can to make sure that if I don't meet their target, then at least I can get a repeat. And my goal is, if I get a repeat, then I can go back the next week or the next month, the next 30 days, and then if the market allows, like I said, if it dictates and says, okay, fine, this time the market conditions be fine, then I can pass it. So that is what FTMO is all about. If you pass it early, it's extremely profitable. Why? Because of the capital size. FTMO gives you a huge advantage. It gives you a great capital base, much bigger, much bigger than a small personal account of the same amount. You can imagine, $600 can only give you only $600 can give you about 100,000 US dollars worth of buying power. So you are strong, Okay, with just a small amount of $600, this is very little for a personal account. So the other thing is about if a trader passes the FTMO account or challenge and the verification, of course, and they get funded, they get benefits. Some of these benefits are coaching. FTMO gives you free coaching. They give you free license to coaching. So they have coaches who train you on psychology, on how to manage your mindset. So, and you will never find this in a personal account. In a personal account, in most cases, you have to pay for it. If you don't, then you have to learn yourself. And learning by yourself means you have to lose a lot of money, and you have to, of course, learn over time. It takes time. The other thing is about the learning experience. FTMO or a prop firm is very great when it comes to learning experience. Why? Because a lot of traders have difficulty in trying to do what? In trying to learn, especially one of the biggest parts of trading, which is risk management. And you can't learn that easily on a personal account. But if prop firms have this advantage with them, because they will give you restrictions towards trading the way they want you to trade, with the restrictions they have given to you, the news, the drawdowns. So all that are advantages when it comes to these prop firms. So what are my conclusions about this thing? My conclusions are that prop firms come with more emotions than personal accounts. Way bigger because of the restrictions they offer, they come with. Yet, they offer faster and short-term good big profits than personal accounts, especially when they are passed early, passed like in a short period of time. Okay, well, profitable traders are profitable people, traders who are on a personal account. It takes them a long time, okay, to be profitable, okay, to accumulate the money. Of course, they are profitable within a short time, but over time, to accumulate the profitability amount, it takes a personal account a long period of time. Then the other thing is that prop firms are harder to pass because of the restrictions they offer. There are huge restrictions that are on prop firms, or let's say FTMO, which are not actually there on personal accounts. They're not there, except if you restrict yourself. Then the other thing is that your account is there to stay. It's not going anywhere. See, sometimes we don't know. We have seen some prop firms that come and go, or that come and bring good restrictions, good models, like funding talent came up and then it went down road. So you cannot know. You will never know where or how or when a prop firm will come and when it will go. So even when you're trading with them, but a personal account, in most cases, they are very regulated. Yes, guaranteed. I also know of firms like FTMO is as well regulated well. Then the other thing is that it is good for a trader. Again, it is very good for a trader to first be exposed and learn to trade under serious, strict restrictions, to learn and first harden as a trader before they can then move on, maybe, and trade a personal account, or then together they can trade a personal account. So I always encourage traders to do that. At least every trader to at least make an attempt, or whether they will pass or they will not pass an FTMO challenge, but at least to attempt the challenge. Why? Because it models a trader into being a great trader. Okay? So here, what do I say? What I say is that the focus of a trader actually should be a personal account in the long term. And while in the short time, using a prop firm to create that huge capital in the short term. Okay? So a prop firm will help you to nurture you to create a good trader out of you, especially if you trade it and then you can abide by all these restrictions and you cannot violate them. So it will really help a trader to become very profitable with time, especially on a personal account, because a personal account is much easier to trade and much easier to be profitable in. Okay, it is just like trading. These three is just like what I always actually advise students is to start with a demo, or learners to start with a demo, then advance to a prop firm, then trade a personal account. Why? Because it is just like a plant that is growing. You get the seeds, you put them in a nursery bed, and then you have to cover them, okay, give them a shade, and then water them. But eventually you need to harden them before they pick up with the growing. So you need to transplant them, and at that time, that's like a prop farm. You need to transplant them. They will go through stress. They will go through the heat from the sunlight, because you remove the cover, the shade from them, the protection. So that's the process that a prop farm brings. It's like a baby, actually, a baby who is weaning, a baby who is born at around 6 months. I'm a medical practitioner, and that is what we actually recommend. You see, it's like a baby who is 6 months old. This baby at 6 months starts weaning, and at weaning stage they are introduced to different foods that cause stomach upsets, they cause diarrhea and sometimes fevers, and they don't have teeth even to chew anything. But eventually, over time, the body gets used, and then it evolves and starts to bring the teeth grow, and the stomach starts to harden, and stomach walls harden, and they get used to these foods, and the body eventually, the stomach is eventually able then to digest the foods, and then the body can absorb and utilize the food with time, and then that is a personal account. So I cannot literally say that a prop firm is better or a personal account is better. They are both good. They are both really good, and I encourage, especially FTMO, I encourage people or traders to trade with FTMO and also have a personal account. So please, traders, I want to hope that I've added value to you, but especially if you want to catch such videos and more of this, please don't forget to subscribe. Smash that like button. Don't forget to smash the like button. Leave a comment. Tell me which one do you work with well, which one are you comfortable with, and almost every video, every comment, I will be there and I will reply to it. And don't forget to follow me in my Telegram chat group, where we can share easily and in a very fast way. Thank you, and may God be with you.